So I've run my finger through. Look at that colour. There we go. Okay, this is simmering away now. I haven't had lemon curd for such a long time. That's going to be perfect. Still got a slight bite to it. Hello and welcome back to Farmer's Wife Homestead. I'm Stacey if this is the first time we're meeting, and welcome to the very first episode of 12 Days of Christmas. So we are starting this on the 10th over here in Kiwiland, and what it is going to be is a video with a Christmassy type theme, or something to do with Christmas for us anyway. We have Christmas and summer over here, so we've got some summery type desserts and meals and that. And today's the first day. So today we are going to be making preserves. Now we've already done a video on soap making, as you may or may not have seen previous videos where I've explained that I'm putting together a couple of gift baskets, and some of the things that I want to have in there is some homemade things, homemade goodies, and on the last day we're going to put the baskets all together and see what we come up with. So today's about preserves. So we've already done one homemade thing, the soap, and then today we're going to do some preserves. Now just to give you an example, these are some of the things that we've made together. So we've got, look at this beautiful apricot jam that we did in January this year. We've got cranberry sauce. Yep, that's cranberry sauce. We've got, just trying to focus on my face. We've got some onion jam. So those three recipes we've already made together. I've got some fig and rum jam that I made last year, and on the farm there is a fig tree, so that's quite nice. We didn't make that together though. We've got some Piccalilli, so great for your cheese boards and things like that, and summer platters. We've made that together. You could gift some, sorry, I've got the dishwasher going, could gift some fruit. So this is cherries, last year's cherries, in a lovely little quilted jar. Tomato relish, we've made that together. You could gift mustard. So I will leave a playlist of all these preserves in case you want to make them yourself, because loads of you have said that you love the idea of a handmade gift basket and are going to be doing something similar. But today we are going to be making raspberry jam, because we need raspberry jam for another one of the videos that we will be doing together. So we're going to make some raspberry jam and some lemon curd, which is something that I also need for a video. But both of them make great gifts. Like my grandson just absolutely loves raspberry jam. Alright, enough waffling from me. 3 minutes of waffling already, and let's just get into some cooking, okay? Alright, I've got everything laid out, and we'll start the jam first because that sort of like can look after itself. In the dishwasher, which is just finished, I've got all my jars. They've been cleaned and they'll be hot and ready and sterile for me to pop the jam into there. The lemon curd, because it has to be refrigerated, I've got a huge box of lemons. So I'm only going to make a little bit today because I've got limited eggs. So I'm only going to make enough for the recipe that I need, and possibly one jar to gift. But we'll see what I've got and how much I need. I can see the piggies out in the front paddock there. I've only got 3 left, and they're massive now. They're really huge. And then, yeah, we'll start the raspberry jam as well. So this is my preserving pan. It's my AG preserving pan. We're just going to get that all sorted. So we need raspberries. Should I use the frozen or the fresh? Let's use the frozen. Okay, so I've got, I thought this bag was a kilo. It's not. It's 500 grams, that's fine. We'll just make 500 grams worth instead. I need to put on my apron and put my hair up, so I'll do that first. So that's, normally I make jam at 1 kilo at a time, but we will just run with this. My lemon plenty, because it's a lemon day. So as I said, the written recipe is for 1 kilo of raspberries, but I need the other bag for another recipe. So we're just going to run with the 500 grams. Okay, there's raspberries. I'm just going to put a little bit of water in there. But because they're frozen raspberries, they will bring off some of their own water as well. I'm going to measure out the sugar. Oh, this already smells really nice. Raspberries are super expensive now. I planted 2 plants this year though, so next year we've had a handful off one of them, and then hopefully next year we'll have a lot more. I used to have beautiful raspberry bushes, but unfortunately goats ate them all down and they died. They say you can't kill raspberries, get a goat. Right, I'm just going to put a good squeeze of lemon in here. And lemon acts like a pectin. And I'm just going to put a little bit of salt. It's always good to use salt with sweet dishes. So once these have sort of broken down, we will add the sugar. In the meantime, I'm going to pop a plate into the freezer. Okay, now just a little bit of housekeeping as far as jams are concerned. So over here in New Zealand, we don't, when we bottle up our jams and relishes and things, we don't water bath them because relishes and pickles and things like that, they have a high vinegar content. And jams and jellies and things like that have a very high sugar, which are both natural preservers. So over here we don't tend to water bath. I used to do it that way years ago when I grew, sort of grew up preserving and stuff like that. But lately it's just something that I've been doing as steam canning things, just because I want them to last on the shelf longer. These things that I'm making right now, they're not for the canning shelf, so I'm quite happy to just can them up. The lemon curd's going to be used in the next couple of days. Lemon curd has to be kept in the fridge because of the eggs in it. There are safe canning lemon curds now, just in the last year, that the USDA have said about. But yeah, in New Zealand we do things a bit differently, and it's been done this way for generations and generations and generations. So of course, always your kitchen, your rules. I always advocate for safe canning and all that sort of stuff, but just do your own research. But for the sake of this video, I'm just making up some jam and some lemon curd because, as I said, we will be using them in different recipes. Okay, so I can put the sugar in this now. So as far as sugar is concerned, for your jams and jellies and things like that, the ratio is whatever is of fruit you do in sugar. So that was 500 grams of raspberries, so I've put in 500 grams of sugar. Okay, and now that makes that high sugar and quite safe enough to can without water bathing and steaming and things like that. I tend to like to have a little bit less sugar, and that's just another reason why I also steam bath my preserves nowadays, so that I can cut back on the sugar. But yeah, there's just a little bit of housekeeping, a little bit of information for you. So I'm just going to turn this down to sort of like a medium high, and I will bring you down and show you what it looks like. but all we're going to do is just sort of simmer it for 2 or 3 minutes, keep an eye that it doesn't scorch on the bottom, and then we're going to grab the plate out of the freezer and then we'll spoon some on there. You run your finger through, and if it comes together, it needs a little bit longer. If it's sort of like wrinkly and it holds its shape, then it's ready. Look at that vibrant, beautiful colour. Now some people like to strain out the seeds in raspberry jam. Personally, I like it just the way it is. Gosh, it's been a while since I've done some preserves. I've got my mat, or you could use newspaper or a wooden board or something like that. I'm just going to move my little egg thing and put it over here. Just got enough eggs to make the lemon curd. So this is back up to a rolling boil. So I turned it down just a little bit too much. Also about jars, you can reuse your lug lid jars for jams and things like that. So just throw in, so hot. Just gonna peel off the sticker while it's so hot. And so you can use those. I've got these new jars from Good Life jars that they've sent me. Got the little tui on there. Oh, this is so hot in my hand. Sorry, not tui, fantail. So these are the new half pints, and they sent them to me, which was lovely. So we're going to use these. Just going to grab that plate. And we're just going to let it run on the cold plate for a second. Then you want to bring your finger, and that's perfect. See how it's not running together? So I've run my finger through and it doesn't run together. Now we can bottle this up. Look at that colour. Didn't take long to come together either. What are some of the jams and jellies that you like to make? My Nana used to make grape jelly every year, so this year I hope to make some grape jelly. I've never made it before, but I want to make some in her honour. Swap the back with the spatula. Get every last morsel out. You'd be surprised how much comes off that ladle. And again from the pot. So of course some fruit has high pectin, and you don't need to add the lemon juice. I just like to do it just as an added extra measure, really. Perfect. That's definitely going to be enough. For what I'm needing, and some to give away. Now I'm just going to get a cloth and wipe down the rim and put on the clean lids, a cloth with some vinegar in it. Get those nice and clean. There's the lug lid. This used to be a jam jar, so you know it's still fine. And what will happen is as it cools down, can you hear that? That will suck in and you know it's sealed. Just the same with these. No different than a lug lid. And I'll show you once it sucks down. There we go. Right, I'm just going to have a clean up and then we will get on to the lemon curd. I've been on the phone, but the camera's just not showing the pure beauty and the redness of that. Stunning jam. Right, so this is these box of lemons. So I've juiced up some lemons and we're going to get to making the lemon curd, but I need some butter and I think it's all in the freezer, so let me go and grab some butter. I'll need some sugar, the eggs I've already got. You're going to sort yourself out a double boiler. So I've got a pot and then a bowl that's going to fit over some simmering water, and that's what a double boiler is, because you want to, anything you know that you're going to cook eggs in, you want a nice gentle heat, so that's what we need to do with that. So I'm just going to grab those other ingredients and then I'll bring you back down to the stovetop and let's make this lemon curd. I've put about that much water in the bottom. I've turned this on high for now and I've got the butter in here and I've got myself a whisk. I've got my lemon juice and because all lemons are different depending on the type of lemon tree, I've got my sugar, but what I am going to do before I put the eggs in there is I'm going to taste it and just see if it needs more or less. So yeah, I've put a little bit less sugar than what my recipe calls for, but as I said, I just want to taste it for that acidity, because you don't want it too sweet but you don't want it too acidy either. So while we're waiting for that lemon butter to melt, I've got 6 eggs here, and these are my little chicken eggs, and just going to crack these and give them a really good whisk up, because you want them well whisked, because if they're not very well whisked then you could run the risk of having these are extremely fresh eggs, so I have no problem with putting them all together. I digress. If you have some egg white that isn't beaten up thoroughly, you can get a streak of egg white in your lemon curd, but we are going to use mind blank, sieve. We will sieve it as well to make sure if there is any cooked egg that will get it out. So look at that colour of that egg, so yellow from free range eggs. I'm just going to whisk this up really well. You can have you can zest your lemon peel. I personally don't like zest in my lemon curd, so I'm not going to do it, but feel free to do it. You will get more of a lemon flavour come through if you do it. So I also wanted to mention that, yeah, so I'm just letting you know that obviously for one of the, we're going to do a big dessert video. Like some of these videos are going to be on the longer side because we're covering so many different things. Because like there's just so many things that I can think of that you will be interested in, especially after the comments that you all left me with that post that I did. So yeah, I'm just letting you know that there is what's the word I'm looking for? I was just seeing if the jams had sealed yet. The lug lid has sealed. Remember the noise it was making before? This one hasn't sealed yet because I didn't screw it down tight enough. Hopefully there's enough heat to bring that lid down, but as I said, we are going to be using this anyway. So that was my fault. What was I up to? Yes, so you know, get yourself some lemon curd and get yourself some raspberry jam if you don't want to make it yourself, or make it yourself and have it ready to follow along on the recipes. Okay, this is simmering away now. I've turned the heat down to medium, so medium high. And of course you just want to make sure that it doesn't, you don't want the steam or the water to come into the bowl here, but also that you don't run the pot dry. So once this butter has melted, we will add the lemon juice and the sugar, and then as I said earlier, we will test it. And then I'll need to reheat one of the jars up because it's been a little while and it would have cooled down now. So it doesn't get thermal shock. But when I make this again, when I've got more eggs, because I've only just shut all my girls up, meaning they've been free ranging for a few, well, few months really, because I've not been at home, but they're just starting to lay again. So I'll have lots of eggs hopefully soon. I haven't had lemon curd for such a long time, and I haven't made it for years either. And this, I absolutely love it. So I'm really excited to have this. So I've got the rest of that box of lemons to get through, so I will make up some more, but I'm going to make it for the freezer. Okay. So I'm going to put that lemon juice in. And the sugar. And we're just going to let the sugar dissolve before I test it, taste it. Okay, so that's dissolved enough that I will try it. Well, cooled it down real quick. That's going to be perfect. Still got a slight bite to it, but it's not overly sweet. But as I said, play around with that side of the recipe yourself. Can you see the change of colour as the sugar is dissolving? It's gone more vibrant yellow. sugar just needs to dissolve a little bit more. And then we're going to temper the eggs. So that's, I'm going to grab a cup and take a cup of this mixture and pour it into the beaten eggs. And just bring that egg temperature up a little bit before I pour the eggs straight into a hot liquid. Beat, 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 beat. Just add a little bit more. Now we're going to sorry, the steam got to that little bit of footage, but look at the colour now with the yellow of my eggs. So this is a long game. It's going to take a while for everything to start to thicken up. So we're just going to stand here and stir constantly. Don't want to whisk too much because you'll get this froth. So I'm just going to swap to a spoon. And I will come back to you once it starts to thicken up. It will also thicken up as it cools as well. It's probably been about 4 or 5 minutes. We're getting there, but you want to have it thick enough when it sort of coats the back of the spoon. So we've got a wee while to go yet, but this is quite a lot of lemon curd. And you want it to get up to a good heat, so that you make sure that those eggs are cooked. Alright, you can see it's just starting to thicken up a bit more. It changes as you move the spoon around. It's still not done yet, but it's getting there. It's getting thicker. See how it's got a coating there now? What you want, nice and thick, and that is so yellow. Oh gosh, that is divine. Another minute or so. Okay, in the meantime I've got my jars all ready, and we will ladle it into the jars. Hopefully that's thick enough. I've left it long enough. Oh, you know what I've done? I haven't put it through a sieve, but I can see that there's no yucky bits in it. Quite happy to just leave it. But to be on the safe side, you should put it through a sieve. Again, I'm going to clean off these rims. And once they are thoroughly cooled down, I'm going to pop them in the fridge. And they'll keep in the fridge for a good few weeks. Make sure it's nice and tight this time. So used to doing the finger tight method for water bathing and stuff, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So hot. It's like 6 o'clock at night and it's still so hot. Right. Look at that. Stunning. So I'm going to put all those jars to the side. We might give them a try in the morning. I'll let that all set. Yeah, so I don't think these are going to seal because I didn't tighten them. But that's fine because we're going to use them in the next couple of days and the other one can go in the fridge. But that one has sealed, so I can gift that one. And then, like I said, once these are cool, they'll be stored in the fridge, the lemon curd I'm talking about. Alright, thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed 12 Days of Christmas Day 1. And I will, you may have seen already on the community post all the different videos that I'm going to endeavour to bring to you guys. They might not be in that particular order, but you know, that's what we're going to be doing in the next 12 days, or 11 now because you've had your first one. Alright, I will come back and show you what they taste like in the morning. Whew, the sun is so bright this morning. Next day, jam is set and the lemon curd is set and it is cold, and we're going to give them a little try. Pop, that was the lug lid. Perfectly set jam. Yum. Oh, it is like summer in a jar, and I don't know what it is. Homemade jam by far tastes so much better than store-bought, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because it's big batch produced. It smells so raspberry, and the taste is, the little pop of lemon helps bring out that as well. Delicious, and that's just going to go so well with the recipe I'm going to share with you in a few days. I'm looking forward to this though, because I haven't had it for years. Right, pop. Oh, look at that colour. Oh, it has set absolutely perfect. Look at that. It's not too thick. Okay. oh my word, that recipe is absolutely 100% spot on. It's got a little bit of a bite from the citrusy lemon, but it's sweet enough, it's thick enough. Oh my goodness, the free range eggs really does its job. That is stunning. That's going to go so nice with this recipe. I swear this recipe is going to be a winner. I've had it in my mind for such a long time and I've never done it, but we're going to do it together. So I hope you enjoy those recipes. Like I said, think about using some of your other preserves, the apricot jam, the cherries and juice, to put in your gift baskets. And once again, I'd like to thank Good Life Jars. Well, the company's called Good Life. They sell jars, they sell all sorts of goodies, and what do you call them? They also have, I'm pretty sure they've got fermenting stuff, but they also have, oh, what is it? When you seed sprouting stuff. They've got a ton of things, so I will link their website down below. But these jars are, I'm pretty sure that they are a new addition. I'm not sure how new, but they're stunning and they're brilliant sizes. So I'm going to order myself some more. So it's not a sponsored ad. They just sent a box of these jars as a thank you, because when I was on the Women's Weekly I was holding up their jars and they were tickled pink. So thank you, Leanne, for sending through that box of goodies for me. I absolutely adore your jars. Alright, thanks for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this video of day 1, and look forward to day 2 tomorrow, and I will see you then. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.